Before we get into actual gameplay, there's two things I want to show on the actual like menu portion of the game. The first thing, I actually said that we would start on the menu to show off right now. It's what we got for depositing the last cheat token that we did. So if you scroll over to Peppy and scare the absolute hell out of him, you now have a toggle down here for GFX mode. The only thing this gives you is the option to turn the game sepia. So I'm going to scroll around so you can get a feel for what things look like with this. I was debating doing the entire video with this filter on, but I learned very quickly because I had to record some stuff between sessions. Well, one thing I had to record between sessions. I learned very quickly that this kind of looks like crap, at least in my opinion. It's not a bad sepia filter. It does what it says on the tin, so it's not like it's bad for what it is. I just don't really vibe with it. So anyway, it's there. I've done my part. If you want it, get that cheat token that's in Cape Claw, and you're good. Second thing, okay, we can't really see this here, but I'm going to show where it is, and then I'm going to show what it actually is. I'm going to scroll back over to Peppy. If you look on the left side of the door that we are going to pan past, you will see a white rectangle there. And I'll scroll back just so you can see it. It's on the left side of that door that's in the frame now. There. That is a poster that is actually fully visible in the intro cutscene to the game. I will show footage right now. It's when Rob's getting his something repaired. He's like looking at his hand or something. You can actually see that poster, and I'll zoom in on it. So basically what we're learning here is that the Great Fox is a very expensive, heavily weaponized space goon cave. Now, I'm not gonna... Okay, I'm not a furry, all right? But that's the worst way I could have possibly framed this. I'm just gonna say I appreciate the art, okay? We'll leave it at that. I approve of what's going on there. I won't go any further than that because I don't want to be called a gooner. So, now that we're actually in the game, good evening everybody, welcome back to Star Fox Adventures. We're starting with gooner stuff. It's a good precedent to set, I guess, early in the video. So, as I said, I did a couple of things off screen. First thing I did, obviously, was change Tricky's color. I really like this one. It's like, the first thing I thought of, honestly, was, do you know those popsicles that have like the red, white, and blue sections, and they're, sometimes they're shaped like spaceship, or, spaceships. No, I guess it is a spaceship. Kind of looks like a space shuttle. Those. For some reason, that's what that made me think of. I don't know why. The second thing I tried to do off screen, and I didn't actually... I couldn't record it because it didn't work. Supposedly, if you come back over here, I should say what we did in the last episode so this makes sense. Hold up. So last time, we deposited the last spell stone into the Force Point Temple, mission accomplished for 5 seconds, and then Dinosaur Planet decided to edge us and basically said, no, you actually need the Krazoa spirits as well. Hence, we're going back to the Walled City because that's apparently where a Krazoa shrine that we missed is. I think that's a decent synopsis. So, the Queen greets us over at the entrance to, like, where the path that leads to Cape Claw. I am tripping over words today. I am sorry. So she's no longer in here. Supposedly, if you come right in here, don't load any other area, which I did because I went to the Gamewell maze. But if you come in here and apparently smack one of the corners a bunch, you can change the weather in Thorntail Hollow. Normally, there's only one point in the game where it's supposed to be raining in Thorntail Hollow, and I guess that confuses a trigger where you go to smack a corner or something, maybe sets a trigger back or something to make it rain again. I could not get this to work because I didn't do it the wrong order, I just didn't know that was a thing. We are standing in the exact same spot that I started the game from back when I did episode 2 after like 2 years. That's weird. That's really weird. Sorry. The reason that's weird, and I should talk about this now while I have a chance, this is probably the last regular episode. The next episode is probably going to be the finale. So what I recommend is if for some reason you're using this as a play-along situation, which again, for multiple reasons I don't recommend, but if you are, make a backup of your save here. Because we are rapidly approaching, where am I going? We are rapidly approaching what I call in this game the point of no return. Basically, without spoiling anything, once we get finished in the Walled City with what we have to do there, you cannot go back to Dinosaur Planet proper. You are locked into the finale of the game. And if you save after that point, you will never be able to come back to Dinosaur Planet proper. You are just locked into the finale. All you can do is play the finale over and over again. Stupid, weird, I know. We're not at the point of no return yet, but I would recommend making your backup here, just because it's easier to err on the side of caution than it is to go really, really close to the point of no return. And I'm gonna stop that sentence now because that can be taken really badly. Something I never showed off. These trees have Dumbledang pods, I think that's the name of them. The half health healing thingies in them. If you're ever low on health, there are a couple of trees here that have these in them. I think you have to quit the game and come back in for them to fully respawn, but each tree has 3. I know this one for sure has them. One of them over there oh, the one that's dead center of my screen right now. That one has it. You kind of just have to look up and see which ones do. There might be one over there that does. Either way, those are there if you need them. Other thing I really, really quickly want to show is, remember how way back in the Volcano Force Point Temple I froze a box and I didn't know you could do that? You can do the same thing with the staff energy gem plants. It does literally nothing, but you can do it if you feel like it. The other thing you can attack and freeze and whatever are mushrooms. Grub tubs and the red... Oh, that literally does nothing. The grub tubs and the red mushrooms are both susceptible to this. And these, if you hit with anything, they will stop spraying you. Don't word it like that. If they take damage at all, they'll stop spraying you for a little bit. I just use the same wording anyway. Whatever. Not really useful information anymore because we don't have to deal with them anymore. That information probably would have been most useful when we were going into the well. But that was like 20 videos ago. Probably more than that. So whatever. I'm going into the shop now. The reason I'm doing that is because as soon as the queen giving us more lore finished in the last video, Slippy harassed the shit out of me and basically said, "Have you bought the high-def display device from the store yet? I wouldn't go to the walled city without them." I don't know if this is compulsory, but it is the last thing in this entire shop that we need to buy besides stuff that respawns. So I'm just gonna buy it now because I like having the first-person camera unobstructed, but we're so close to the end of the game, I don't think it matters anymore. So I will show it off before we go.
You pay this much.
Shabunga. This is the last time we get to haggle. In fact, this is the last time we need to go to the shop at all. Oh my god, my mouse is just hovering over the stop recording button. I almost had a heart attack, sorry. So what I'm gonna try to do, let's really try to piss him off.
No, that's too low.
That's what I figured. What I'd like...
No, that's too low.
Okay, alright, good. I thought I thought I was gonna crash out again. Okay, we can end the game on good terms. Thank you, Shabunga. I love you. Well, maybe not. This is Fox's high-def display device. Slippy airdropped it to you, but the shopkeeper got it first, so that's why you've had to buy it. So, I mean, you're a little bit of a dick. But anyway, so this is what your first-person camera looks like now. The only redeeming factors about this, I hate the vignette around the, like, corners and stuff, the circle sort of shadowy part. I also hate the overlay, but I mean, you get a compass. Not that that really ever helps you with anything. And you also have the ability to zoom in. Again, not that that ever really helps you with anything. I mean, I could use it to look at Shabunga's dino pores.
Woman, you're way too close.
I don't ever want to be that close to you again. Thank you, love you, smooches, bye. So, yeah, again, I don't know if this is compulsory. I don't believe it is, because I think I've done runs of this game without it, but maybe, I mean, if the game is forcing you to buy it. Actually, does Slippy say anything else now?
Slippy here.
Check out Peppy's Dinosaur Planet. Okay, so maybe the game actually does force you to buy this thing. Although that's weird, because I was prepared to go through the rest of the game without buying that. So, I don't know. I will show quickly, before we do anything else, we now have the full ability and items screen filled in, so that's nice. I feel very good about that. That smacks me right in the dopamine receptors. I think that's all we had left to do here. And again, this video is going to be a little long. I'm at about 10 minutes now. The walled city is going to take us a while. I'm going to be so for real with you. I have bad memories. I won't explain this now, but needless to say, we are going to be there for a while. Again, back up your save before you get in the R-Wing here. I mean, you can always go back. You can always cancel out of this menu that's coming up, but back up your save here. I would rather be wrong about how far back you need to do it than give you bad information and tell you, oh, you can wait a little bit, and that's actually not the case. It just put me right on the walled city. Sweet. Is there lore? There might be lore.
Hurry, Fox! There must be another krazoa shrine hidden within the walled city. When you land, go directly to the King Earthwalker. He should be able to tell you where to start looking. Peppy out!
I just want to... Wow, he just like fully stops moving with his mouth open. Dude had an aneurysm or something. I also just want to point out that the fuzz texture doesn't load in on this model except right near his mouth. So dude's got like a hair lip or something. I'm kind of grossed out. I'll meet you in the walled city. Sorry, I should have mentioned the reason I cut there is because it's the exact same, like with any other repeat trip we've had to make, it's just the same flying section. So I figured there's no reason to show that because I already did and nothing changes. Although it would have been cool if on your second trip back here, they made it so that you had to collect more gold rings, like put it back up to 10 like Dragon Rock. Although I guess the reason they didn't do that is because you kind of cap out in Dragon Rock, so it wouldn't really make sense to make this one harder because it's an easier path. Was I being expected, dude? Y'all are just... I was about to say we need to find the King Earthwalker, but this dude's just standing here. I've been expecting you. Could you cut that shit out? No pressure or anything, but we're just gonna stare at you. I'm disturbed.
Fox, on behalf of Dinosaur Planet, I thank you for returning the spellstones to their rightful place.
For what good it did? If you didn't notice, you're still stuck up here in this floating rock.
By removing the spellstones, Scales caused our planet to tear apart. Returning the stones has stopped the flow of magic energy, but only by the power of the krazoa spirits will the floating lands return.
Seems like we both have our reasons for finding the last of the spirits. The Queen said I could find one here in the city. So where is it?
The spirit will be revealed once both the sun and moonstones are returned to the temple.
So, okay. Once again, you couldn't have mentioned that, like, sooner? You had to wait for me to come back, and he's standing here. He was anticipating us coming back. This dude knew the whole time. He let us leave here last time without telling us, hey, yo, you're probably gonna need the other krazoa spirit. You should probably get that before you leave. No, he let us go, and then he says to these two dickbags, the dickbag left and dickbag right, that I just reversed the order of because shut up. He literally says to these guys, you wanna see something funny? my kid and that fox are gonna be back soon because they didn't get everything they need here. These dumb bastards. Like, come on, bro. Waste my goddamn life, why don't you? Do you speak? Hello?
Your goal may seem close, but the answer is not always so clear.
Oh, I'm close. Whoa. Okay. I'm sorry about that. My filter just did not work there for a second. My apologies. The reason my filter didn't work is because I know what we're about to do, and I'm not looking forward to it, man. Okay, so if it wasn't clear by the fact that I'm playing this game, and the last big project that I did before this was a Zelda game, I enjoy Zelda-ish puzzles. The one type of puzzle I'm not very good at, though, besides most, because I'm not the swiftest bulb in the branch, is block puzzles. I struggle for some reason. I don't have a very, like, spatially oriented brain. So, welcome to block puzzles. So here's the goal. Each block needs to be on one of these. The blocks can only be stopped once you push them by other blocks or these destination markers, these thingies. They operate on ice physics, so when you push them, it either needs to be stopped by another block or by one of these. If they hit the wall, all of their positions reset, including any that have hit the destination markers. I remember as a kid being stuck on these puzzles, I'm gonna spoil you, there's two here. I remember being stuck on these for ages. So I'm sorry in advance, I'm just a boy on the internet, and I never claimed to be smart. So I'm just gonna go, man. What I'm gonna try to do is not get tempted into doing the most obvious stuff, because I feel like the most convoluted answer is gonna be the right answer. So I'm gonna push this one over here, and then push this one to that one, and then use this one to get to that. There's no way I just solved this in 20 seconds. There's no actual way. I've been dreading this since the beginning of the game. And I just solved it. So I was a stupid kid. So I was a really dumb kid. Okay, to be fair, I do remember the other one, I think, being the harder one. But what is happening with my frame rate? But I do remember this one being difficult as well. So, like, what am I doing? Hello? Do I ground pound this? Okay. Wait a minute. Was this thing actually needed the whole goddamn time? Okay, so, okay. Yeah. Alright. So you do need the zoom in thing to beat the game. So wait. So, would I have been allowed to come here without getting that? Because honestly, I feel like I remember doing a run of this game without ever buying that. So like, oh, hi, okay, hold. Train of thought, hold on. Okay, I seem to remember going through this game. Can you come over here, please? Can you, sir? Oh, for God's sake. I seem to remember playing through this game without ever buying that thing, but apparently that's not possible. So if I had come here without it, what would have happened? Would the game have forced me back to Thorntail? What am I doing? Oh, this is on this side and it's blue, so I have to push it to there. This has a thing on this side, so I've got to put it there. Okay, got it, understood. Does it matter which? I don't think it matters which way I do this. I'm sorry. Brain power, you can, honestly, I can feel my head heating up because I'm having to overclock my brain to like function here. Yeah, would the game have forced me to go back to Thorntail Hollow? Would I have been allowed to come here if I didn't buy the zoomy thing? Because if so, that would have been a really big pain in the ass. And you know what? Maybe that's actually what I remember. Maybe I remember this area being a pain in the ass, not because of the puzzles, but because I had to go back to Thorntail Hollow because I didn't buy the binoculars. That would make a lot more sense, because this has been surprisingly easy so far, and I'm gonna say that, and this next room is just gonna no, don't say that. don't say that. No, I'm not doing this yet. I'm getting a lay of the land before I do a goddamn thing. What is this? A switch that's already green. Okay. Interesting. I almost call Tricky Slippy. Tricky, what are you entertained about? What is happening? I'm worried. This has already been activated. What is happening? Oh, when I activate the thing, there's just a pit. Holy shit, how far down does that go? Oh my god. Dude's got a fucking pit to the center of the planet in the walled city. What the hell is going on? Yeah, when I activate that thing, this is all gonna unset itself, right? So I'm gonna have to go through and reactivate all these switches. That seems like a safe bet. Door opens. What is stopping me from just going to the door? Oh, that's an invisible wall, isn't it? That sparkly shit? Yeah, okay. Understood. I got it. Full lay of the land. Understand what's going on. My phone is going absolutely nuts. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I actually remembered to mute the ringer today, so at least there's that. Do I need to redo the fire? I do. Of course I do. Because why not? I literally just did this, but fine. Sure. Okay, so next, if I remember right, is the pit? Because that's over here. Yeah, there's an invisible wall there, so I have to do the pit. Why is my gun not on my Y? Thank you. Okay, and now invisible wall. Oh, Tricky, do you mind arson for a sec? How long has it been since we've had to use an arson? It's been a hot minute since we a hot minute because it's fire. It's okay. I'm gonna shut up now. You're welcome. This is going way too smoothly. Something in this place is gonna come out of left field and just absolutely destroy my... I keep wanting to say things, and have I gone on this rant? I'm sure I've gone on this rant before. I don't know how, like, unfiltered I can be. Not because of you guys. I think you guys are chill with whatever the hell I say, because, I mean, you haven't unsubbed yet, so... but, like, I don't know how... Which one's next? Sunrise? Is that high noon, or is that, like... No, that's sunset. That's for sure sunset, because it's got the mist. Yeah, okay. Why did I move? I don't need to move to do this. All I've done is made aiming harder for myself. Hold. I'll finish that train of thought in a second. There we go. Yeah, I know I don't need to be unfiltered for you guys. I'm more concerned about getting bonked by YouTube, so... Anyway. What do we got? Sunstone? Sunstone. This is... No, that is... Sir, you just bought a saw blade at Home Depot and put it under the Aztec temple to make it look more important than it is. That is a piece of construction machinery. Please put it down. Stop shooting me with fire. I did the thing already. You don't need to guard it anymore. I've already proven I am the chosen one, because the fox is somehow the chosen one for the dinosaur. Wouldn't it have been cool if... I mean, I know originally for Dinosaur Planet you were a fox, or two foxes anyway. Wouldn't it have been cool if this was like a dinosaur game? Like you were playing as a dinosaur. I mean, I guess you can. I guess you can. That I just nullified my own point. Don't mind me. Okay, Moonside, for some reason when I think about this place, when I first came here, the image I had in my head was being stuck Moonside. And I don't know why, because I think both sides are pretty close to the same in terms of like difficulty, in terms of puzzles, in terms of all that. So, I don't know why the Moonside sticks out more. But for some reason it does. Can I talk to you while I'm disqueezed? Oh, it just switches me back.
Time is your only enemy.
Brother, what does that mean? Bro, why are you speaking in riddles? Can you just be straight up with me, please? I'm trying to save your planet, and you're like, to acquire the Moonstone, you must answer my riddles 3. Like, dude, with all due respect, fuck off. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, same thing, same exact rules apply here. I'm gonna go convoluted again. I'm gonna say this one needs to go over here, because moving it 1 square is way too obvious. If I push this one to this marker, then it becomes a spot where this one can end up. So I push that there, I push this one back over here. Push you here, and then you get this one, and then you get this. Oh my god, I was a stupid kid. No, okay, no. Well, yes. Yes, but let's think about this a little more optimistically. Let's not disparage ourselves. According to mental health people, it's good to be good to yourself, which I really struggle with. Sure, as a kid, was Tricky running around the temple there? Anyway, as a kid, I may have been dumb, but we can look back on that and be proud of what we can accomplish now because we have some brain capacity, although I tend not to believe that. Fox, can you melt your retinas for the good of the planet, please? Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. I really hope that working as a contractor for the Cornerian army comes with health benefits, because this dude has like advanced macular degeneration now. This dude is gonna need new eyes. And I'm pretty sure the technology for that exists in this universe. Because if I'm remembering right, what the hell is going on? This scares me. This seems way too straightforward. I'm gonna flip the switch. I'm not liking this. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, the floor gives out. That's good information to know. Holy God. Okay, can we open that gate now, please? I'm getting worried. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay, I mean, all right, that is the difficulty. I was about to say, why the hell don't they, like, warn you about this? That's so rude. What is, okay. When I see a big-ass open room like this, all I can think is just immediately, why did I put that on my Y? Hold on, stop that. My neurosis does not allow that. I'm scared. I'm very scared. Sorry, Tricky, I just, like, impaled you. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So we're bullshit. So we're bullshit is what's happening. Okay, most convoluted route. Most convoluted route is all the fuck the way around the room. Like, I'm talking stay on the wall, and you might be okay. No fucking way that's the case. Okay, no, it's not. I'm just vaguely going directions, hoping for the... Are you kidding me? So the way to beat this game is just assume it's gonna make you do the most asinine bullshit. The solution is, hey, that thing that would be the most pain in the ass to do? Yeah, do that. Great. Fantastic. Did that moonstone just, like, kind of load in right there? I feel like it... Yeah, it only kind of loads it. Watch this, hold on. Come back here. I'm gonna zoom in, and it's just gonna, like, faintly load in. See that? That's weird. I mean, I get it, but it's weird. Is this the same order? I think it is, because that's like a third, please. Fuck you. Do 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 do. That's Pokemon. Why is that in my head? I'm not even... Oh, come on! Third time's a charm. How is this the hardest part? I did 2 block puzzles, had a floor give out on me, did an invisible maze, did a visible maze, and I can't hit a goddamn target. I am mad, I am angry, don't speak to me. If I had just done that all in one right there, I would have looked like such a god. Sweet! That took more effort than I would like it to have. That took a lot... Sir? Okay, give me. I enjoy this. It looks actually, this kind of looks edible to me too. Why do, like, key items in video games look delicious? Am I the only one? I mean, like, it looks like something, it looks like cake or something. Maybe I'm out of my mind. Maybe, I could not be the one to save Dinosaur Planet. My hungry ass would have eaten the Spellstones. And probably Shabunga. What else? What else looks tasty in this game? Dude. Weird internet niche. Oh my god. Undiscovered potential market, okay? Tier lists for items in video games that you would eat. Nobody steal this idea, I'm trademarking this. I'm gonna do the name thing tier list for this game, and I'm gonna do the eat things tier list for this game. I am a genius. I might actually be a content creation god. And I just awakened my own power. That's insane. Okay, what are we doing? Do I need to talk to Buddy? Buddy's probably just gonna tell me, okay, now stick those things right in my Nope, don't. What do I do?
The spirit will be revealed once both...
He's literally saying the same shit. Okay, I believe we have to put these where we put the teeth. In the bunker? In King Earthwalker's, I almost called it a love pad, but I don't know why that's where my brain went. Okay, yeah, this has been going on too long. I need to finish this recording session right now. Like 5 minutes ago, actually. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Stylistically, again, stylistically, this place is really, really cool. Fox just looked absolutely bewildered. Did you see his face there? I'm just gonna put a picture of his face there for a second, because that he looked... Dude was amazed. Dude was flabber... Can I go back in here? No. Okay. I felt the need to check that. I knew there was a gate there. I was just wondering if it would, like, open for me. So... Real talk, we gotta have a discussion right now. Well, no, this isn't the point of no return, but this is the latest I can responsibly tell you, make a backup of your save now. Because we just opened up the Krazoa Shrine. Once we come out of that thing, I don't know if it's immediate cutscene city, because if it is, you are locked in. What I'm curious about is, am I allowed to leave this place before I've gotten the Krazoa spirit? Let me see, because for sure once we get the spirit, you are not allowed to leave this place. I would assume. Yeah, we can. Okay, so my advice is make your backup now. If you didn't in Thorntail Hollow, make it now. Because any later, and I'm not 100% sure you're going to be able to have like full access to everything. So this is the latest I would put it. I would not go any further than this. Were the stairs on the other side? Did I just make a left when I should have made a right? No. Okay. For some reason I seem to remember this being harder to... Oh, because the little thingies were coming out. Yeah. This was like an MXC. I made an MXC joke before. Yeah. Okay. So, where... Entrance? Entrance? It was at the back. It was definitely at the back. Yeah. Okay. So, next time... I'm stopping this here. Next time, we are going to do the final Krazoa Shrine? Final-ish. I'm not going to spoil why I'm saying final-ish, but final-ish Krazoa Shrine. We are almost done this game. I am actually scared. Not because, like, I'm afraid of the end of the game, but because... Hey, Tricky. But because I'm afraid of not having this game to fall back on. It's really weird. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in probably the finale of this series. My God, that's weird. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to the idea of this being finite. I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Later.